That is, we talk about reading, we talk about listening, we talk about reading and writing. So today, we'll be focusing our learning on the last part of the module, which is learning strategy. And then we move to module 3. Learning strategy, here, one can say that is a way which individual arrange his learning. That is, for you to be a productive learner, you must have a pattern of study. All of us cannot be having one way of learning. You have to choose the one that suits you most. The one that you know that when you take up your reading materials, you can easily assimilate, and then at the same time, remember what you have learned or what you have read. So there are ways in which many people, different people have different ways of reading pattern and learning style. Like I told you, I said, people like me, if I'm in a class, listening to teacher, that is, if I'm auditory, and everything the lecturer is saying, I will catch it up. And ask me any question on it, I'm going to do as if the way he has taught it, the way he's relating it, everything, I will pour it out in writing. And that is how some people, and some, not all of us have this pattern. Everybody, and that is why one thing you first need to do is to discover yourself, to know whom you are, to know what kind of style or teaching attitude that you can use that will make you productive, will make you successful in life. So you must have a method or an approach or a technique that will guide your effective studying. So in this case, you need to understand whom you are yourself. How did you pass? Just take a step back and look at, okay, I passed this course, I scored 80. How did I read for this course? It might be your patterns of way of reading. Look at the other course. Okay, I scored 40. Okay, this is what obstructs me. This is what disturbed me. This is the challenges I was having then, and these are the barrier that my way when that makes me to score 40. So you know that the pattern you use to get 80 could be the best pattern for you in all the subjects. And then from there on, if you start with that style and you use it again and you start having success, that means the pattern is good for you. And we have different patterns. We have feature learner. These are people that remember what they see. What I see, I remember. In fact, many people, let me just give you a scenario. When we were in secondary school, you know, our teacher, they normally write their questions and they will give it out to the typist to type for them. There is no computer then for them to use. This, our BK teacher, dropped his question on the table and I walked into the staff room. In fact, I was able to see the first 3 questions, the contest question, and I pretended as if I didn't see anything. When I got to the exam hall, a lot of people failed. And he now called me and said, how did you pass BK? You that is science. You pass it more than other people. I said, well, I prepared for it and this and that. You can see. And that is why when you are doing, when lecturers are writing questions and this, they don't allow people to come near them because some people have a photogenic face. Immediately they see what you are putting down or what you are writing, they have captured it, and then they will quickly remember it and then put it down. And such people can learn with using image, drawing of maps, and then identifying things. So through identification, people learn and they will remember what okay, I saw that in this, how it is. They will be able to describe it better. And there are many things that come along with this virtual learning, with these virtual learners. The virtual learners, the moment they cite anything, they have captured it. It's in their brain already. And that makes them a good virtual strategic learners. Then let us look at verbal learners. Who are these verbal learners? Verbal learners are people who read and write. When you read something, you get more information, just like as we discussed last week. You read to get information, and then you read in order to put them down logically. And the logic in which you use in putting them down make you a successful verbal strategic learner, because the one you have read is already in you. You have that memory already. You have gained a lot. You have been able to put them together and then disseminate it in writing. And that is when people are those verbal learners are now regards to people who write out what they have read. Let me put it that way in a simple manner. Those people who write out what they have learned in simple way. Some of you are just joining. I can see Fumilayo online and no other person yet.
Ayatu Ibrahim. Ayatu Ibrahim is on the line.
Okay, Ayatu Ibrahim is not.
He's joined.
So be part of us, and then any challenges you have, please do contribute and let us know that you are saying something. Fumilayo, are you there? Hello? Sonny Alaji. You are not answering. Are you saying what you are facilitating is to your taste? Well, I'll continue my discussion. We have
go on.
Yes, we have auditory learners. These are learners that learn by listening. They remember what they have learned better. And you can see that when you listen very attentively, just like myself, like I told you, if I'm present in a class and I'm able to get to listen to my teacher or my lecturer, whatever is teaching that day, don't mind any other distraction. And even if I didn't contribute, I would learn from what he's saying. So, and that is why I always be in the class. I can't afford to miss a class. Just like we are doing a facilitation now. Some people are not online. They didn't join us. In the first lesson, we have a lot of people who joined and then make a good number of contributions. Last week, people were saying the line is not, today the line is not breaking. I can see only 2 people are online. I don't know why. Is it because you people are preparing for exam? You are not having an exam tomorrow if you are offering this course. I want to believe it's not a carryover. Then another thing is learning by watching a video, that is audio and audio video. When you are watching, just like what you are doing now, some people learn through repetition of things. They have had it, but they still want to watch it and watch it and watch it and listen to it again and again. So such learner, I can't say they are slow learner. I can't say that they are fast learner, but they get that thing much more better than somebody who have just read it once and he leave it on without reading again. But constant reading is like you are doing constant reading. So if you are doing constant listening and constant viewing, that means you are reciting it all over and over and over again. So that means the more you get it, the more it gets to you. It will be as if you have crammed. That is the simple way I can look at it. That they will say that person he has crammed it too, and that is his way. Others are better in note taking. We discussed something like a note taking last week. If I don't have a lecture note and I borrow your lecture notes, I start writing. As I'm writing, I'm reading, because even if you made a mistake in your own writing, as I'm reading, I get more understanding of what you put down than you that put it down in hurry, because I was able to see it and then see what you have really put down in a way. Kelechi, are you with us? Fumilayo. Hello, Kelechi. Joseph, you welcome. You people are not saying anything now. Let me hear you.
Yes, sir.
Sonny, how are you? Sonny, say something now.
The network is a little bit. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Maybe the network is a little bit not stable.
Okay, we'll work on the network. But since you can hear me, what is your contribution? Let me hear your question or contribution. Let me hear your contribution or question.
About this assessment.
You are not saying anything. Kelechi, what do you want to say?
It's a question on assessment. I want to ask.
You said? Dr. Okosa, can you hear him?
Yes, he's talking, but it's breaking. The line is breaking. He's talking about assessment. We've not gotten to that level. That would be.
I can't hear you.
I said he's talking about assessment. That is the module 3.
Okay, which we are about to start now.
Why don't you go on with your facilitation? Later they are joining gradually. They will come. They will come.
Yes.
Okay. So like I've talked about note taking. Now we can now talk about learning things by heart. You know, you follow things the way it's going. Remember that not everything that will be said under 1 hour, and that is why you have your course guide and your course materials to read. They are friendly. When you read them, you assimilate more. Even it makes you to help you to discover who you are, whether you assimilate more better than when you listen to facilitation, because not everything in the test will be read to you on video. We only see, look, we're supposed to facilitate you by getting what area where you have difficulties, not to start giving you everything just the way we are doing. You're supposed to communicate to us, to let us, okay, I read this passage, I couldn't really understand this, what they mean by this, what they're saying about this. But for the fact that you people are not, you have, I want to believe you have not read the course material. Kelechi, you've read the course material up to this level, are you? Kelechi Okezie?
No, I'm not.
You've not? not?
I'm not.
You know your exam is around the corner.
I've not gotten up to that stage. I just joined. Actually, I don't know where you last started.
We started about 2 weeks ago.
Hope
Hope you have done your TMA. So, Dr. Okosa,
my brother,
you can take off from here.
okay.
If you
Okay,
have question on learning skill, feel free to talk as we go on.
Okay,
Since you
sir.
said you are not there yet already. So,
Okay,
Kelechi, follow up.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Okosa.
Okay, Doc, I'm with you. Well, module 3 is on assessment and evaluation modes in open and distant learning. Firstly, we'll be looking at the concept, the meaning, and guidelines for selecting assessment. The very basic thing we should find out here is, what is assessment? What is the concept? What is the meaning of the concept of assessment? That is the question. And students, this was given to you as an assignment for that forum discussion, which most of you have contributed to. Now, what we expect now is for us to discuss together, raise questions, pose questions. Firstly, I will ask, what is assessment? Hayatu Ibrahim, if you are with us, what's your response? Fumilayo Pedepo, if you are with us, what is assessment? Yes, we are waiting. The Kelechi that has just joined, the concept of assessment, the word assessment, what does it represent? What is the meaning of assessment?
What do you understand by that concept? Assessment.
Assessment. Joseph Jato, what is assessment?
At least you have this course materials with you for the past 3 months now.
Yes. Joseph Jato, you are not talking? Fumilayo, you are not talking? Respond to us. This is
you welcome online.
Yes, sir.
Can you say something? What is assessment?
assessment, yes.
Assessment.
Okay, Kelechi want to tell us.
Yes, let's hear her. Yes.
Assessment is the way someone goes through, if he's a person, to assess the person, to go through and know what the person can do, to my own knowledge.
That is a good one for you now. That's a good one.
In fact, I give kudos to you that you even bold to come online and to tell us what you feel about assessment. That's applause for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, when we are talking about, yes, are you contributing?
Kendi Olobatuyi want to say something. Oh yeah.
Testing someone's capability.
Okay.
Testing someone's capability, yes, to know the weakness and the strength of that person.
Very good. Thank you.
That's a good one.
When you don't speak out, we will know where to assist you. We will know where to come in to say, okay, this concept is not, they didn't really get this concept, so that we can throw more light on it. Thank you for those of you that have contributed. Dr. Okosa.
Yes, I will take it from there. Students, when we are discussing the concept of assessment in teaching and learning, we want to find out how the learning process is going, what we are doing in the classroom, teaching and learning environment, the aims and objectives, what we want to achieve. Have we been able to achieve them? Are we doing what we are supposed to do? Is learning taking place? Assessment. To find out, assessment is a broad concept. It involves a lot of things. not just one aspect of learning. The curriculum you are looking at, the student objectives in teaching, those things must be assessed. We want to find out, have we made progress in doing so? Now, in ODL, why is assessment necessary? Number one, to provide feedback. That is one point. Number one reason why assessment is necessary in ODL. Number two, to reach at summative evaluation based on formative assessment, which help learners for monitoring the effectiveness of academic programs. That is another point why we but it's also to help to find out whether the learners, they have improved in their learning process. What they are set at, what those stated objectives, the learning outcomes, and the learners, have they been able to achieve them? That is one reason why assessment is important. Now, in carrying out assessment, there are some guidelines that we must take to heart. Number one, we must be very clear about the learning targets we want to assess. You want to assess students. What are those things? How far? What progress has been made? That is number one point. Be sure that the assessment technique you select match each learning target. There is no learning, is what we refer to as tool selected is quite good. Now, we come to the next concept, evaluation. What is evaluation? Once you mention the concept assessment, what follows it again is evaluation. They go together. What is evaluation? Yes. Can we hear from Kelechi Priska? Okay,
yes. How are you?
Yes.
I'm fine, sir.
Oh yeah, Toyin, tell us. Let Toyin
evaluation.
Yeah, what's evaluation? Yes.
Is the testing?
Yes, go on.
Evaluation is testing the student to know how far.
Yes, you are on the line. Go on, please. Speak on. You are making sense. Yes.
They are responding to the lecturing to know of the course, to know if they are coping or not.
Yes, that is the answer. You have got it very. What you have said is very, very plausible. It's correct. You are right. Because I am teaching. Maybe listen.
Can I ask this logical question? Is there any difference between assessment and evaluation? Toyin.
Yes, assessment is one that leads to evaluation, sir. Okay. Assessment leads to evaluation. There is difference between the two.
Good.
Assessment is gathering the information, preparing for students to learn. Evaluation is testing the student to know if really they've acquired the required skill.
Okay. Like when we give you assignment,
I believe assessments lead to evaluation, sir. That's
when the TMA,
sir,
the TMA sir? You are doing now.
I can't
is it assessment or evaluation?
The network. Yes, sir. The network
the TMA we give you, is it, do we call that one assessment or evaluation?
The assessment.
From what you said.
Yes.
Yes, it's an assessment. It is when you have answered it that we are able to evaluate you, to say this is what you score. You get it down.
there's any difference between the two. The CMS
Hello?
Evaluation, sir.
You said?
Oh. Yes, okay, sir. Yes, I'm listening, sir.
Ebere,
Hello, sir.
are you with us? Yes? Okay, Paul, continue. I'm listening. Is it the network? Okay, Dr. Okosa,
Okay,
you can continue.
Okay.
First place, I said the evaluation is testing of the student.
Yes, and I said what you said was good. It was correct.
Yes, you are right. I know.
I said
What
so.
he said is right because he has read it. He has,
Okay, sir.
he has the knowledge of the subject matter.
Yes.
That's good.
You through the process of evaluation, you are making judgment about students' performance. Is the student doing well?
Aha.
That is what. Yeah, that is what you want to find out, and you can assign some comment. You can make some comments when you conduct evaluation. Excellent, very good, good, fair, very poor, as the case may be. Here, you are making value judgment. You are making a judgment about the student's performance. Now, let's look at these two concepts, assessment and evaluation. Why are they important to us in learning and teaching? Number one.
Maybe somebody want to talk about it.
Okay.
Ahmed.
Yes. Okay. Let's take it as a question to them. Why do you think evaluation and assessment is important? Why do you think they are important? The two concepts, are they important?
Yeah,
why are they important?
What doing?
You consider it so. And which you already have it in your course material. Ahmed Daradi,
Yes, sir.
are you talking? Are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Talk to us.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to us.
Let me hear your response now.
I'm with you, sir.
Yes, I have asked you questions, all of you. I want one response. You didn't get the question right.
What doing? Oh, yeah. Do you understand the question?
I'm just coming now.
Yes,
just joining.
Yes.
The question is clear, sir.
Okay, respond now. Let's hear from you. Why is assessment and evaluation important? Yes.
Why is evaluation and assessment are important in teaching and learning? Just as we are doing now, and I gave you an assignment. Hello, who is that?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Godwin.
Sir?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Godwin.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, what's your response?
Sir, I didn't get you.
You didn't get the question.
No, sir.
We asked that why assessment and evaluation important in teaching and learning.
Sir, I don't know.
Okay. Dr. Okosa, continue so that because of our time.
Okay, please allow me. Okay.
Maybe I should make a little contribution.
The reasons why they are important, number one. But we gave you time. That's the essence of this online facilitation. We want to hear from you because it's your own. Yes. Let's hear it from you.
Okay, sir. To my own opinion, I think assessment will assist the teacher to gather information to pass across to the student. Why evaluation we assess the student. The teacher will use that to assess the level of operation of the student through the value judgment as I've explained. We to know how we understand the course. That is a little contribution, sir.
Okay. there is one point I want to make clear here. Once you use the word assessment, what follows is evaluation. They go together. There's no divorce. They go together. Assessment.
Yeah, husband and wife.
Assessment. Then what follows is evaluation. Is that clear to all of you?
Okay.
Are you clear with me? What we are saying?
What is said in essence is that when you are being assessed, what follows is judgment. When we assess you to say, okay, this is your performance. The performance and the grade is the evaluation.
And they allow me to continue. So we can do some. Because we have a long way to go.
Go ahead, because of our time. We are running out of time.
Number two, why do we carry out assessment and evaluation? Because it helps us to carry out selection. That's one point. And there are bodies designed for this. Like in our country, Nigeria, you have NECO, NATEB, WAEC. They carry out assessment and evaluation for us to enable us carry out what's called selection of candidates. Okay, like the JAMB 2 is another body. That is another form of assessment and evaluation for university placement and polytechnic and colleges of education. Now, another reason why we carry out assessment and evaluation is for the purpose of classification. Now, it also helps us during guidance and counseling. And the concept of guidance and counseling, I think, is not strange to you because you are an ODL, you meet your counselors every day. When you have issues, you meet them about your material, about your academic difficulties, so on and so on. Now, for the purpose of giving you certification, your credentials, that what you what you will get at the end of the study in this university, certainly it is going to be determined by the assessment and evaluation that was carried out. Students, if you read your course materials well, you are supposed to have these things at your fingertips. Those issues that are not clear to you, they are the things we are supposed to come here to discuss and resolve together. Now, we have different types of assessment. Number one, assessment for learning. Here, we are talking about finding out what are those problems, difficulties students are encountering in the learning process. That is it. Number two is assessment of learning. Here, you want to find out how far, what have they learned in your course material or the course of study you are undertaking. You want to find out what the learners, what the students have achieved, what they have retained, their level of comprehension, their level of understanding. Then what you are doing here is assessment of learning. The last one is assessment as learning. Here, you want to find out, are you now a competent learner? You now have the skill so that you can be described as an independent learner, that you now have autonomy. You see in your course material the concept of meta-cognitive strategy. Here, what it represents, or what the meaning of that is that here you are able to monitor, you are able to plan, you are able to evaluate yourself. You now have the skill as to develop yourself as somebody who is in charge, who is in control of learning. Now, that is all about assessment and evaluation. We now move to Unit 2, institutional-based assessment mode. Here we have two concepts. You are supposed to contribute here. Let's see, let's find out from you. Number 1 point there is in-text stroke self-assessment. What is the meaning of that, students? In-text stroke self-assessment. What is the meaning of that, students? Let's hear from you, please. Because we're not lecturing you. This is facilitation. Okay. If you don't contribute, here we are saying that you as a learner, you are supposed to be able to have the competence to assess yourself. You know what you are studying. You want to find that these things are, this book, this course material I have read over the weeks. Have I learned anything about it? By the time you quiz yourself personally, what you are doing is self-assessment. Now, the second one is tutor stroke computer marked assignment. This is what you do, and this is not new to you. We need little or no explanation here, because you take your TMA, the TMA you take is computer-based, though it is set by the university lecturers, then it is the computer that will mark it, give you the scores, so forth and so on. Now we move to Unit 3, semester examinations. Here in National Open University of Nigeria, we have two forms of examination. You all know what is examination. Here, we want to find out how far you have gone with your learning. We want to find out your level of comprehension. We want to find out the level of your ability to retain, to evaluate, to synthesize. That is the essence of examination. We have two forms of exam papers we write in National Open University.
Sorry, Dr. Okoza, before you finish, let me just keep in something there.
Okay.
When we talk about examination, it's a process of testing your knowledge, testing your your level of comprehension.
Yes.
How you have really understand what you have learned. How you can remember or recall all those things you have learned. Maybe in analyzing them in a comprehensive manner, or following the book taxonomy, and the question will be based, the exam will be based on those 6 taxonomy. That is, your knowledge, that is ability to recall, to know whether you can, like, what is this? You are able to tell us. Ability to comprehend, that okay, I really understand this thing, I can put it in another way. I can ability to analyze, to manipulate, and to synthesize. So at the end of the day, even yourself, you can easily evaluate yourself to know that yes, I've gotten this. Don't worry. We will still continue the meeting even after the time. I will still re-log in, so that stay in the class. Don't go away. Hello, Joseph.
Yes, sir.
You stay in the class. Even if the time goes on, we will reconstitute it, and we are going to join. We are going to be online very soon. But at it may now, we can continue. If the line does not go, but I know in 2 or 3 minutes we'll be back.
Yes, sir.
So the technical crew are working to see that all this audio are things, they are audible. People can get and read and listen to what we are saying very well. Dr. Okoza.
Yes, my brother. You know, I can continue.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. We move to Unit 4.
No,
Assessment of
Unit 3.
No, Unit 4.
I thought you were talking about the types of examination we have.
Yeah.